you think. And that's why I do get mad a lot. But since I come to this country, my brother and the people, the kindness of people, that's where, thank you, God's will, we found heaven on earth. Now I tell you the story, the man who found heaven on earth. On my daughter's wedding day, I asked the people, anybody here who found heaven on earth? And they look at me like an idiot or crazy. And I tell them the story. One day, my wife had a problem with her jaw. He couldn't chew. She couldn't chew. Okay? And I took her to see a dentist. And the doctor said, I cannot do it. I have to send you to specialist. Okay? And I took her to a specialist, and the doctor took the x-ray, and he asked my wife, do you cry at night? And she said, no. And the doctor said, you did. But from now on, I don't want you to try to eat hard food or chewing gum. And don't talk to your friend about an hour on the phone. Okay? And I reach into my pocket. I give to the doctor $5. Okay, thank you, forgive me, heaven on earth, no more whining. And you know what I get? On the way home, she gave me her elbow. And I found out I was wrong. I found heaven on earth more than about 30 years ago. When I come to this country, and I have a couple, American table, and one of them are the loser, and the other one are mother-in-law. The mother-in-law is the wife of Dr. Mimnat, who lived in Harmontown, and now she's stuck with it. She said, he come over here, one week, he gave me that nickname, and I stuck with it. Because the way you are, I give you what I saw, right? And they come over and hug me and kiss me, and they cry. Because I found heaven on earth. Even the loser and mother-in-law, they give us with the people the good life. We feel so much confident. That's why I appreciate Americans so much, and we have to stand. That's all. That's why wherever I go for fight communists, I always wear it. Now you guys have one country, I have two countries, and that's my job. It never. And later on, I tell you about my children. At one point, 3 of them in college. Where do I get money? And my son, who was in U.S. Navy, he made it. That's why he worked with Marine. I don't know why, or maybe the way he saw me walk, or what he want to be walk like a me. Then better than Michael Jackson then, and that's why he and that's why he has been there for 6 years. And we appreciate very much, and the one I call the loser, actually her husband is my brother. His name is Tom McLean. He was a doctor at Hershey Medical Center. Since our first Thanksgiving, we all always have a Thanksgiving there. And after that, we went fishing. And we went to Outer Bank, North Carolina. Any of you go to Outer Carolina fishing there? And we went every year. And now, if you go over there, you will see his name on the table. I was there 2 times since he passed away, and we have a table there, Tom McLean. And then Tom McLean, and the McLean, and the farm. Someone that, when he passed away, when his wife come over, stay with us, we have one room, they stay there. Sometimes his wife, go to kick me out, go into my bedroom, and I go out and lay down with my brother. Okay, and I get a book of comfort, and I do learn a lot. Love the people that person love. When I read to that point, that means everything, and I never finish that. And that's what their children, and with my children, if we have to increase our love, no less, because if you love your loved one, I'm sorry, I tell you the sad story, but you know, when they come over, they have so many people friends, right? But when they come over, this is my home, and not easy when you have the doctor and tax collector. We eat and drink the same cup. I'm telling you, on Pope John Paul II was assassinated. And his neighbor come, I come to help him on the roof. And another Tom, do you know Pope get assassinated? And he come. And he went down, I have glass of iced tea. He took it and drank it. I said, Tom, that's mine. And you know what he said? So what? And he finished it. How many brother and you have? If not a brother, you never done that. Especially at the last level, right? I'm tax collector. He's a doctor. He bent down and dressed to us. And that's why I have to give him something. If his wife nickname is the loser, and he love it. Because every time we play game, when we see each other, we play game. And you know, his wife and my wife on one side, I and him, and we always have a good time. But nothing comes free under God and the kindness of people. And the first thing is, I should say that again and again. Thank you for you guys serving in Vietnam. Thank you for you guys in Vietnam. Now I go. During now I go back to 1969 when I was just transfer after I finished school. You know, for the surgeon about 6 months something like that. And I went to the place. You're not going to believe it. From the captain to the lower guy, corporal, only 5 person. Okay. And that means we can, because during the transition that you get moving so fast, and sometimes our weapon we don't have we don't have enough because at the Navy, like a riverboat, we have to serve this army, and beginning with we have the headquarters, the commander is the Navy. Lieutenant, the second guy is the Marine, and on that day they divide. We have a three group. Each group they have a two part. That means for the Marine, but the commander is the Navy. It is a very difficult situation because every single time I need a supply, I have to go to Saigon or Cần Thơ, far away. And I don't have a driver license, but because sometimes when the driver not there, I told every car except the tanker. Because when you get the job done and that's it. And this is a very critical situation. And I know anybody in Dong Tâm, you know where they burn the dead people. They're there, and on my email, I have a Dong Tâm base. That's a mess hall where we are. We were with American people for about 2 months, and go to little farther because we have so many places that means 6 group of Navy and one like I don't know what to say, 2 group form a one, and we still connect with American Navy I think until to 1970. And now, 1970, I tell you another kind of American advisor. When we would investigate the case of Friendly Fire, okay, on that day, CB, what on the river, and we didn't know And that's why a riverboat, shoot American guy died. And we investigated. But the advisor, he said that they should let us know, not our fault. Okay, if someone else and they set the blame on the other people, right? That means the kind that I can see there, and that's when because we don't see it. But I tell you the story, and that day, 1970, they had opportunity. There were about a couple hundred communists. They crossed the river by boat. We're not allowed to shoot them. What do you think about it? You're not allowed to shoot enemy. You let enemy to shoot you. Okay, and if you serve with our country, and if you don't say, you don't do nothing, who are you? On that same trip there, I see that the advisor, the soldier, he understand that. He saw that. Okay, not a fault, but from up higher, you're not allowed to shoot. And what happened. Go farther, 1975, around January, February, I was in the island before we flee our country. We have to use like a rifle, like a M16. Navy had to give that to Army because they don't have it. And we use World War II rifle. I don't know, do you know or not, Thompson or Carabine? Okay, every time that, and that's how. I'm sorry, I bring the story, not supposed to say that, but the truth is. But one thing is, I always thank God we come to the right place, and that's a very hard. You see, the reason I on my fleet on 3 ships, on April 30. The day before that, we had a meeting with a commander in the island. He said, if we have to go, just the day before at noon, if we have to go, I am the last one to go. Okay? And at night, when we hear something there, my neighbor, he said, my neighbor lived there, he said, if we go, because they have a boat, I will take you guys. But when they flee, I didn't know. And my wife said, why don't you follow them? I said, if they wander, they get hurt, right? And if you go where you go, we have 4 children from 1 to 5. You figure it out, from 1 to 5. And the next day, I come into to a station after we had the meeting in the morning, and I heard that 8:30 the last president, Yoon Young Min, he have something important, and I told all my my friend, I said maybe this is the last time we see each other. And about 5 minutes later, a friend of mine from Saigon, he called, why don't you go? And I just okay, I say goodbye, we cry, and I went back to my apartment, and I carry one child. I carry my son. My wife carry my daughter. Okay, the other 2 from 4 to 5, the whole hand, and carry one bag of medicine and the other. And when how I get to the sea, they have a small boat. And a friend of mine, especially lucky, he is an officer, 2 officer in a personal office. The boat is not tied yet. I told my daughter, and they got it out. And I told the small one, and I told my son, my daughter, and my son. And until my wife, I told her that you stay on the boat like here, close your eye, and I push her. Friend of mine, 2 of them got it. And I drove my 2 back, and I jumped on, and we out. And if you look at it, on the picture here, a couple years ago, I went to California because I saw it on TV. When our ship there get to Subic Bay, we have to lower our flag. And I remember I cannot hold my tear to salute our own flag and raise American flag forward for we can come to Subic Bay. And that's why I went over there, and lucky me, I met a lot of people who in charge on that day to save 32,000 Vietnamese people from April 30, okay? And many of them there. You figured out 32,000, 40 years later, how many? With my own family, 4 children. They have less one not married. We still have 7 grandchildren, almost double already. And you know how much do they save? And you see that now and then so many that. And the worst case is, I had the book there, what Kissinger said, why don't they all die? Why don't they all die? Why don't we all die? We didn't get supply, and the other side, and thank God that we get the DVD, the movie come out, and I emailed to Richard Ride to Thunder, right? Ride to Thunder, and I saw it, and he emailed back to me about another clip that they talk about John Kerry and Jane Fonda. Let's see, that's what thing. And the book